Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video I've got a skincare and makeup favourites for summer. So summer was a very humid time in Sydney. There were a lot of times where I didn't really wear makeup, but when I wanted to wear makeup these were the items that I went for. Mainly it was focusing on skincare because my skin was acting up a bit during the summer period. So what I have been loving is everything Marie Badescu. I love his cleansers and facial things and scrubs and everything that he has for acne skin. So I've been really loving his facial sprays. These are my favourite ever. I love the mini ones and I love the big ones, and I love the lavender one and the green tea one. I haven't tried the rose one yet, but I really love these two. They're my absolute favourite and a must have for any skin type. I've also been really loving the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. So I've been actually applying this under makeup. I never used to. I used to just have my normal primer and moisturiser. But I've been applying this as well as my primer, but because I've been finding it very soothing on the skin. I've been finding that with summer I've been getting a little bit like more redness, so that's why I decided to use this, just to add a bit more protection with my skin. So what I've been loving for bases before my foundation is the Colourpop All-Star range. I've been adoring their facial spray. It's one of the most nicest facial sprays ever, and I've been really loving their primer. I actually wish this came in a bigger size because I love it that much. So this is the Matte and Blow Primer. And I'm not quite sure if this has any silicone in it, but to me it doesn't feel like it has silicone in it. A lot of my other primers tend to have silicone, and I tend to find that sometimes they flake a lot, but this one doesn't. This one stays soft and smooth on the skin, and it helps fill in any of those large pores that you may have like I've got, and I just love this little baby to pieces. Now I'm gonna go into foundation and powders. So this has been my favourite foundation for ages, and it still is my favourite foundation. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless in 110, which is porcelain. This will forever be one of my favourite foundations. I do like a matte base, but I like the coverage with it as well, because I do have a little bit of scarring and a little bit of redness and things like that, so I like to cover that up, and this is absolutely perfect. And then this is a new product that I've been absolutely loving. It is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Universal Finishing Powder. I did a blog post on the Flower Beauty range and I will link that down below. I've been really loving this powder. I loved it that much that I bought an extra two, because once you apply this at the end of makeup application, it sets everything in place. I use my kabuki brush from Real Techniques. This is from the Brush Crush collection. This is also my absolute staple for powders, so I got another one of these, and this has been like my go-to. I've actually been liking blush, which normally never happens. I normally never really wear blush, and I picked up the Narcissist Unfiltered 2 cheek palette about a couple of years ago. I'm fairly sure I got this when I was still in diploma with makeup, and it was just in storage, and then I cracked it out like last year, using it a bit on and off then, but during the summertime I've been using it quite a bit. It's seriously beautiful. All the shades are so pretty, and I just love this palette so much. The powders are really nicely blendable as well. Like, you can pick up a little bit and you can add, like, build it up. It's not too heavy. And then this isn't technically a bronzer, but I use it as a bronzer. It is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder, and this is in the shade 725, which is buff beige, and I seriously love this. I got the idea to use this as a bronzer from another beauty YouTuber. I'll link her video down below where she uses this, because she's quite pale as well, and I really love it. It is seriously the most nicest bronzy shade for a pale person, because normally I find them very orange and very hard to work with, but this is absolutely perfect. I've been loving an item from Mecca, and I was going on a concealer hunt all of last year, all of 2018. I kept buying concealers and trying them out and they weren't working, and I came across this one in Mecca. This is the Mecca Max Life Proof Cream Concealer in Porcelain 05. This is seriously beautiful. It is a nice, creamy, soft concealer. It doesn't dry like down, so you can blend it out. You have enough time to blend it out, and it stays put wherever you put it. It stays put. It has really, really good coverage. It's got very finely milled pigments, and it's a lovely, lovely concealer. I do wish though that they would have the foundation in this colour, because they have it in ivory but it's really orange and it just doesn't suit me, but I really love this. This is my all-time favourite from Mecca. Now, I will crack into some Colourpop related things. So I've got some Colourpop Super Shock shadows that I've been loving and wearing to pieces. So these two are from the Christmas collection that they had last year. So this one is in Roy G. Biv, and it's a beautiful peachy shade, but it's got like a bit of gold and glitter inside of it, and I just really, really like this. You can never go wrong with a Colourpop Super Shock shadow. And then the second one that I've been loving is in Milky Way. And this one is what I'm wearing today. It's a purpley, more pinky fuchsia shade with like bluey, purpley bits of glitter inside, and it's just so nice and it's so fun to play with. And then I've got more of a neutral one, and this one is from the Colourpop and Disney collection that they made. This is This Is Love, and I've actually hit pan on this one because I use it quite a bit when I do neutral eye looks, and this is just the most perfect soft pop of glitter that you need for a neutral eye look. I love it to pieces. And then the main number one palette that I have been using is the Disney Times Colourpop palette. You cannot go wrong with this palette. You have neutrals, you've got pops of colour, you've got beautiful glitter shades, and I just love it. So pretty much every shade in here I've been using. I think my main shade that I use a lot is Chip, because Chip is the perfect like over eye shadow. And then I've been loving Juju, which is a nice pink shade. This kind of reminds me of Say I Do, the line that they had for Valentine's Day a couple of years ago. And then I've been loving Ray and Prince Charming. The Prince Charming shade is really, really pretty. It's like a really soft, glittery shade. Love it so much. So yeah, I've been using this palette a lot. Like, this has been my number one palette that I've been using. So if you haven't picked this one up, definitely pick it up because it's so versatile to use. Like, you can create any type of soft everyday look, you can create a fun pop of colour look, and it's just got a nice arrangement of shadows in them. Alrighty, now I've got two Colourpop lipsticks that I've been loving because the formula of Colourpop lipsticks are very creamy. I have not really had a lipstick other than my Flower Beauty ones that I've been loving that is really, really creamy like this. I do find these ones are a lot more creamier sometimes than any other lipstick. So this one is in Cheetah, and it is a nice soft lilac shade. It's absolutely beautiful on. And it's just a really nice pop of colour when you don't have a pop of colour in your eyes. Today I do, but I wanted to be a bit funky. And then this one is from the Disney collection, and this one is in the shade Cinderella. I wasn't actually expecting to like this as much as I have been. I thought I was going to really love Ariel and Belle's lipstick. I still do love them, but I think I'll gravitate towards them when winter and autumn come. But I've been really loving this one for the summer season because it's just a beautiful soft pink. Just swatch it. It's just a nice rosy pink, and it's funny because me and my sister both have the Cinderella shade and we both look totally different wearing it. So that's the Cinderella one right there, and then this one is Cheetah. But yeah, they're really, really beautiful and creamy. I don't really wear a lot of liquid lipsticks anymore, which I was like maybe a year ago, but I'm not really now. But hopefully that will kick itself back in when it's autumn season. Alrighty, so I've got one more thing to show you, and it is the Extreme Caution Lash Mascara from Hourglass. I actually got a mini version of this in my Mecca Beauty Loot box, and I loved it that much that I went and picked up the big version. I've got a couple of small ones as well because I love them. I find they're really easy for travel and things, but this is absolutely beautiful. I've never owned a mascara that makes my lashes curl and go really thick. ever, and this one does it. It is quite pricey, but I really love it. It's so beautiful. And then the last thing, I forgot I had another thing, is the W7 Naughty Nines. I did mention this and I did do a video a couple of years ago on these palettes, but they're still my favourite palettes to use. They're really affordable as well. They remind me a lot of the MAC times 9 palettes, but you get a little bit more product in these ones. So I basically use this when I'm on the go. This is the only other palette I've been using, but I mainly use it because this shade is my brow colour shade that I love to use. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this summer makeup and skincare favourites video. If you have any favourites that you've been loving, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will link my blog and my Instagram and my Twitter below. Thank you so much for watching.